man, you bugging, like you blowing it out of proportion. And I'm just like, Ninja, her cheeks are out. But that's when I knew like I was in danger, y'all, because hold on, let me back up. Let me back up. Hold on, y'all. Let me get me together. This how the video, your girl is back again with another story time. If you know my channel, hey girl, hey. And if you're a returning subscriber, I don't even have to say anything because you know what's up, I know what's up, we know what's up, and that's on way. That's on period and Mary How to Love Lamb. As y'all can see by the title of the video, today's story time is going to be about one of the scariest vacations I've had. I was gonna say weird, but it wasn't weird, y'all. It was honestly scary, and I felt like I wasn't gonna be seen again after this vacation. So I'm gonna give y'all that tea. But before we get into the video, I do want to say thank you to y'all, all my girls that commented on my last video about me only having a scoop of edges, me losing my edges. Thank you, because I tried 2 of the remedies y'all said, and y'all, I know y'all see it. Like, it's still a little see-through. It's there, but it's not there. But y'all, my edges are starting to fill back in, and it's no marker. It's all me. So shout out to y'all. I've been taking everything y'all said into consideration, and I'm starting to see results. Like, my edges are starting to come back in. So yeah, girl, let's go ahead and get comfortable. I have some tea. Y'all grab a little drink, and let's go ahead and get into this video. Before we even get into the video, make sure y'all like, comment, drop a heart, drop an emoji, drop something to let me know that y'all here with me. But girl, this happened back in 2020, and I was kind of hesitant to give y'all this story time because I know people are like mad judgy when it comes to YouTube. Is so sensitive. I don't even know if I can say the y'all remember Civic during the Pammy Whammy, because I can't really say it because like I tell you y'all, they will shadow ban videos if you use certain words in videos. They don't play about that. So I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna put it right here on the screen because I don't think they read. They listen, but they don't read. So I'm gonna put it right here on the screen. This was during that time, and y'all know a lot of countries had closed their borders during that time, and there wasn't a lot of traveling going on because that was like the easiest way for you to spread the Vic or whatever. So a lot of people wasn't traveling. So I was kind of hesitant to give y'all this story time because I definitely was traveling a lot during this time. The flights were like mad cheap, mad affordable during this time. Hold on, my camera is giving. Okay, I fixed y'all. Y'all was a little sideways. But anyway, y'all, the flights were just mad cheap during this time. And me and my former boyfriend, he loved to travel. I love to travel. So that's what we did. And this was at the very beginning of the... We didn't really know the severity of... Ooh, I said the word. But y'all, we didn't really know the severity of the ick at this time. Of course, we were watching the news and crazy things was happening, but we didn't really know how severe it was. And y'all know Mexico was the new Miami. Like, everybody was going to Mexico because Mexico was one of the few countries that didn't close their border. And this was my second time going to Mexico, but it was my first time going to Tulum. I had went to Cancun, I want to say maybe like, I think the P that happened. I'm just gonna say the P so I don't have to keep putting it on the screen, y'all. So the P happened publicly in March. I think that's when they started mentioning the P and all the cases that were popping up. And the first time I had ever went to Mexico was in like April, May. It was like shortly after that time. So we really didn't know the severity of it at this time. Fast forward to that summer, I was going to Tulum. I went to Tulum, and at this time I was dating my boyfriend. We're gonna go ahead and give him a name. My ex-boyfriend name, we're gonna call him Romeo. So Romeo, y'all, Romeo was a hothead. Like, he wasn't a laid-back type of boyfriend. Like, he was also a Pisces, y'all. Let me just say that if you ever dated a water sign, you know, like when it comes down to an argument or a disagreement, they gonna take it there. They gonna argue you down. They gonna argue you down. They're not gonna let you get the last word, the last breath. They're not gonna... Y'all, we would just bump heads a lot. So right before this vacation, me and Romeo had got into an argument, and it was a bad argument. And I remember this argument like it was yesterday because it really gave me the ick. When I say I was tight, I was hot, y'all. I was livid. And I'm gonna tell y'all the argument because it's stupid now. Me and him was like chilling on the couch or whatever, and I just remember he was on Instagram and I seen him comment on some girl's post, just a random girl's post, and he comment like fire signs on her post or whatever. He put like 2 fire emojis, and the only thing I see, y'all know what we see and what men see be 2 different things. All I see is cheeks out, but he just see the fire sign. So a girl posted a picture in like a mid-fit. She had on like a skirt and her cheeks was like hanging out the skirt. If that's your style, no offense, but if you my man, like you can't be my man and thinking it's okay to comment on this type of a post. And I'm not even one of those girls that are like, oh, my man can't comment. No, that's what Instagram, Facebook, that's what the apps are for. We're supposed to comment on people's pictures. I comment on guys' photos. I comment on people's stuff. I'm not a super insecure girl when it comes to commenting. But when it comes to commenting and liking certain posts, like very vulgar and explicit posts, that's a no-no if you're going to be my man. Like, you can't be my man and you doing stuff like that. So I see the comment, y'all, and it blew me, and he was oblivious to the fact that I found it disrespectful. He was just like, man, you bugging, like you blowing it out of proportion. And I'm just like, Ninja, her cheeks are out. What is fire about this picture? He's like, oh, the outfit is fire. I'm like, what? All you see is cheeks, y'all. All I see is cheeks. So he's like, the outfit. I'm like, the outfit. I'm like, yo, like this is mad disrespectful. So we get into this big argument. Mind you, this is the day before our trip. We had a flight scheduled to go to Tulum the next morning, and I didn't even want to go with him. Like that really gave me the it, because like why are you commenting on somebody's picture with their cheeks out, cheeks filling the camera, cheeks galore, and you talking about some fire? Like, oh no, you got me messed up. You're not my nigga. Like you're not mine. Following morning comes, we go to the airport together, and we're in Tulum, y'all. And like I said, we probably should have just canceled this vacation simply because we were not on the correct terms. Like when I say I was livid, I was livid. Like y'all, when I got to the airport, I didn't even sit by this man on the plane. I changed my seat and everything. Like if it was only one seat left on the plane, I was not sitting by him. I would have been on top of the plane because I'm not sitting by you. That's how livid I was about this whole situation. And y'all can let me know how y'all feel about it, because I feel like everyone's different. I have friends that don't allow their men to like, to comment, or engage with any women's pictures, and I think that's OD. That's not me. My man can like, comment, and interact on social media, but I feel like certain pictures, just out of respect, I don't want to see it. Like, I know we all got them. I poo, she poo, I get it, but I don't want to see you putting fire emojis under an outfit that's mid on top of that. Like, I just don't want to see it. So fast forward, we get to Tulum, and like I said, y'all, the vibes were just off. We were literally arguing that whole vacation. Luckily, it was just a little weekend trip. So the first day that we get there, the Airbnb, we were staying at it's an Airbnb, but it was also like a little villa. And when I say it was nice, y'all, it was nice. I'm gonna post clips and how the setup was, because I really want y'all to be able to envision and see the setup so y'all can understand what's happening later on in the story. So when you first walk in, it came with a little private plunge pool. It came with a little, well, it wasn't even little, y'all. It was a decent size. It was like 500 square foot. It had a living room. It had a full kitchen. It had a bedroom, a full shower, a bathroom area, a king size bed at that. It was a decent size villa, and it was very luxe. Like, I was really excited or whatever. Like, that lifted both of our mood up. Because you know how you see pictures online and then you see a spot in person and you be like, wow, like the camera you had, throw it away, because you could have never imagined that the spot was gonna look like this. So I'm mad excited. He's mad excited. So that first day, I remember we had went to like some little I was going to say a little Mexican spot, but y'all, but we were in Mexico. So I don't recall what type of spot it was, but I remember we had like traditional Mexican food. We had like tacos and burritos, and we were sitting at the bar at this place. And at this time, we was good. We was vibing. Like, you was still giving me the ick. Like, but we was cool at this point. And then by the end of the night, y'all, we back arguing, we back mad at each other. And when I say I had the ick, y'all, I had the ick bad. Like, I don't even want you to walk. The way this man walked, the way he talked, the way he chewed, like, don't even walk. Like, trip when you walk. Matter of fact, don't even chew. Choke when you swallow. Like, that's how tight he had me. Like, everything he did, it just was like, I don't know, y'all. Everything he did, it just made my skin crawl. So we get into it that first night, and it didn't like ruin the night. It was just something little. And I remember we watched a movie that night. And then after that, the second night we went out and we made it through breakfast. We went back to that same spot because their food was fire. And then we had a whole bunch of beach clubs and excursions and stuff planned. We made it through our excursions because, we were around people, so I wasn't just like stuck under him or whatever. But we're gonna go ahead and fast forward to the third day. On the third day, in the morning, like the mornings, we would do good. Like in the morning, me and him, we were on the same page. We were no arguments, no bad vibes. Like we would wake up and we would be in good spirits. And I remember on the third day, I had him taking my Instagram pictures, and I don't know who the hell I thought I was, y'all, but I was doing kind of like a nude photo shoot, and these pictures never got posted online. I'll post them here so y'all can see them. But I had like my hair pulled up in this ponytail, and they had like gigantic leaves at this little villa or whatever, and I just thought it was cute if I kind of like covered myself with the leaves and he was taking pictures of me. So me and Romeo were like outside of my villa, and I was nude. Also keep in mind, oh y'all, my camera is dying. If it died, I'm gonna just replace the battery. But keep in mind that because this was during the peak, a lot of people was not at this villa. That's why I felt comfortable with like being outside of my room without any clothes on. I wasn't like bare butt booty naked, but I think I only had on like maybe swimsuit bottoms, and that was pretty much it, y'all. And the villas, they had about 10 villas, and they were all in close proximity to each other. And there probably was like 3 or 4 other guests at this hotel. I rarely seen people coming and going. It was just really me and Romeo, and then like the staff at the hotel. I'm calling it a hotel and villa interchangeably, y'all, but I believe they were classified as villas when I booked it. So we're outside, and y'all, my camera low-key be hating on us because I literally just put a new battery pack in it, and it's already blinking red. So when this die, I'm gonna have to probably let it charge for like 30 minutes and come back. But anyway, I'm outside the villa. I want to say I was in room 4 or 3, and I'm at the villa, and my boyfriend Romeo, he's taking photos of me. And while he's taking these photos of me, I'm just prancing around with literally no clothes on because like I said, he was doing like a little photo shoot of me, and it wasn't a lot of people at the hotel. Of course, I seen like staff members and like maintenance people coming through, but mainly they were like women. I didn't really see any guys until that third day. Like prior to that, there was guys working at the front desk, but like going in and out my rooms, cleaning my rooms, I didn't really see a lot of guys. And y'all know what's coming. We start arguing after like maybe 30 minutes, 40 minutes of him taking my pictures. He's over it. I'm Gina. Well, yeah, I'm Gina. And he's Mike. Is it Gina? Ike and Mike? Mike and Ike? Gina? Martin. I had to switch to my phone, but I honestly don't think the quality is that bad. But if y'all can't hear me, let me know if y'all prefer me recording on my camera or on my phone. But yeah, girl, let's go ahead and get back into it. So he's taking my photos, and as he's taking my photos, y'all, I noticed this guy is like staring at me. And like I said, I'm probably by like Villa 5 at this point, and there's a guy, and I can tell that he's a worker because he has like on a uniform, and he's standing at like Villa 1, and he's like piercing, like staring at me. And I'm kind of like, I'm getting my pictures taken, but at the same time, I was vlogging during this time. Like I had another camera recording me. So I just recall saying like, what the F? Like, why is he just staring at me? And at the time, Romeo was just like, bro, ain't nobody worried about you. It's hot. It was like, y'all, what month was this? Oh, this was in the summer, y'all. So it was hot as hell out there. He's sweating. I'm sweating. He's just ready to be done with me and my pictures. He's ready to just throw us both away. Like, he over it. So he don't really care, and he's not really paying attention. But I just keep seeing this guy like from a distance, and I'm saying like, what the F? Like, even in some of my pictures, you can see my face is like, what the F? Like, why are you staring at me or whatever? And I'm like partially dressed. So I move and I go behind, like, maybe I would say I went behind like Villa 6 or 7, and I'm like in this closed in space, and it's like a long, it's like a, I don't want to say it's super long, but it was like a few yards. It was like a few yards down, and I don't see him anymore. We get into an argument because he's hot, he's tired, he's overtaking my pictures, and I feel like at this point I didn't even get the right angle. And what's crazy, y'all, I had that man doing all of that just for me not to post none of these pictures. I posted pictures from that trip, but I didn't post any of the pictures that he took on that particular day. So yeah, it was kind of crazy. But anyway, he's taking these pictures. He gets mad at me and he's just like, bro, I'm about to go in the house. And I'm like, F you. Like my tripod gonna do it for me every single time. So he leaves, he gives me my phone, and I'm like standing maybe like a few villas down from our assigned villa, and I have like this big leaf like covering me, and I'm like circling through my pictures. As I'm circling through my pictures, y'all, I look up and I kind of like jump because I'm startled. And the man that I seen that was like by Villa 1 that was staring at me, he's like in my face or whatever. And I'm like, I do the little fake little smile. I'm like, like, hi. Because I didn't even see any men that was like working there other than the men that was at the front desk or whatever. So I'm like, what the hell? And he don't say anything, y'all. Like, I'm like, hi, as in like, excuse me, like, carry on. You looking, go about your day or whatever. You know, nice day. But no, y'all, this man is still looking at me. He's just staring at me. He's not saying anything. Or maybe he probably did say hola, but it was just awkward. He's like, hola. I'm like, hola. Hola. Like, why are you looking at me or whatever? But he doesn't say anything after that. He smiles, but that's just that. So I just start walking away. And at that point, I'm thinking like maybe he wanted to see my posterior. Like maybe he wanted to see me walk away or whatever. Like, because I had on like a bikini. I don't know what it was, y'all, but it was just the oddest thing. And that was my first time seeing him, and I had been staying at this villa at that point for like 3 days. So I go inside my little villa, I shut the door, and I set my tripod up, and I start taking more pictures of me. If I can find some more of the pictures that I took when I was sitting down, y'all, I will post the pictures. But I had like a whole little photo shoot by myself. And at this time, Romeo, he's in the bed, and I think he had like took a nap or something, like he was asleep. So I took my pictures, and that night we were supposed to go out for dinner. I take my shower. We end up going out for dinner, and even at dinner, y'all, guess what? We getting into it. We bickering, we arguing, we going back and forth. And I don't recall what we were arguing about at this time, because I promise you, y'all, this entire vacation, the vibes was just off. Like, he mad at me because I got an attitude and I'm throwing a vibe off, but I'm mad at him because of his actions 3 days ago. Like, all of this over, it really stemmed from like the fire emoji. Like, that just rubbed me the wrong way. I had an attitude, and I just honestly, I wasn't letting it go. Like, I didn't bring it up on the vacation, but because of that, it just, y'all, just throw the whole vacation away. So we get in an argument at dinner. He ends up going to the car, like leaving dinner early and like going to the car, and you know, you paying, I'm gonna finish my food. I finished my food. He had already like gave me money and stuff to take care of the check. We get in the car, and when we get in the car, it's like the silent treatment. The entire time when we're in the car, we're not talking, we're not saying anything. Like, we're just not on the same page about anything. And I wish I could recall what we were arguing about at this time, but I can't. Fast forward to that following day. This was our last full official day in Cancun. Sorry, not Cancun, Tulum, because we were leaving on Monday. And this particular day, we went to a beach club. I want to say it was like Beach Club Mia or something. Like, that was our brunch. We were doing brunch at Beach Club Mia. It was either Mia or Taboo. I can't really recall, y'all. I'm gonna have to go back and look at footage. But anyway, we're at this beach club, and Romeo is fluent in Spanish, so we're at the table, and I just remember me not knowing what's going on, and the server is talking to me, and we get in an argument because he's just like, the server is talking to you, the server is waiting for you, but you too busy in your phone, you too busy taking pictures. And I'm like, I don't speak Espanol. I don't know what he said, and he's getting an attitude with me because he knows that the server is talking to me. But at the same time, y'all, I don't speak Spanish. So how you expect me to know that the server was waiting on me when he's speaking Spanish? All you had to do was translate. So we get into this big tobacco over that. Like, girl, a big argument over that.
Buenas, buenas.
Hola.
Amiga soltera, ¿cómo estás? Bueno, bueno. ¿Ustedes traen un menú?
A menu?
Bueno, por el momento sí, estamos habla español, ¿verdad?
Más o menos.
Por el momento no estamos manejando menús por lo del COVID.
Okay.
Entonces todo tiene que ser a través del código QR.
Oh, this is like they have it in
Le
Ocala?
voy a dar mi wifi.
The menu right there?
Cebolla con la plancha. Y al final tenemos la salsa de chile morita, que está hecho a base de chiles moritas. Aceite de olivo. Un poquito de...
I think I end up getting something like seafood related, and we're arguing like in between. The server is coming to the table breaking the dishes, and I'm cussing him out, y'all. And as the server is coming, I just remember being fake like, oh, thank you so much. Yeah, because why you ain't tell me what he said? That's literally how we're going back and forth. Like, thank you so... Yes, because why you... Y'all, I'm just letting him have it. We get into it. And I eat my food, he eats his food, and I think he covers the check. And again, it's mad silent. It's like, y'all, I think it's like 1 o'clock. Like the sun ain't even rise all the way, and we already arguing. So we get in the car, and while I'm in the car with him, that's when he decides to let it all out. Basically, he's just saying I should have stayed home. Like I should have just canceled the trip because you was already acting like basically we get into it. He's just letting me have it. And you ever what's that noise? You ever get into an argument with somebody and it's like suffocating, like you feel like you can't breathe, like the words are just suffocating you, it's just too much. So at this time, y'all, I was a little toxic, I was a bit extra, I would admit. And I was just like, let me out the car. Let me out the car, y'all. I'm in the passenger seat and the door is locked. And I'm basically telling him to let me out the car. I'm about to jump out the car. I'm about to jump out the car. Cause you got me messed up. I don't know what he said, but he said something that rubbed me the wrong way, y'all. So I'm like, let me out the car. Let me out the car. So y'all, I jump out the car. I jump out the car, and the car is going like 5 miles per hour. And if you ever been to Tulum, there's this script where they have all the restaurants and beach clubs and like little boutiques and stuff like that, and it's right by where our villa was at. It was probably like a mile out, and at this point we probably was like maybe 0.2 miles from the villa. So when I was telling him to let me out, I knew that I could walk. Like it wasn't like he was letting me out a mile out. Like I knew that I could walk. I could do that because I had like this cute little orange dress on, and I had on like platform heels. And in Tulum at this time, it was very underdeveloped, so it was like a lot of cobblestone and like just rocks and dirt roads and stuff. So yeah, I knew I could walk or whatever. And when I jumped out the car, he was going like 5 miles per hour. So I jump out the car, and he's literally following me with the car. Asia, get back in the car. Get back in. No, you should have said that before you opened your mouth. No. So I'm walking, and I'm livid at this point. I don't care what he says. I'm not getting back in the car with this man because, like I said, I felt like I couldn't breathe in the car with him. Like he was suffocating me. And the crazy thing was, y'all, when I got out the car, he probably was maybe for like 2 minutes. He kept trying to tell me to get back in the car, but I wasn't hearing it. So he ends up just kind of driving off or whatever. And by the time I made it to the villa, I probably got back to the villa maybe like, it probably was like a 15-minute walk, y'all. I don't care. I was tired and mad. I didn't care. I wasn't getting back in the car with him. So when I got back to the villa, the room door was unlocked, the window was open, and there was also a phone. It was like a black flip phone in there. And I was just assuming that Romeo came to the villa, unlocked the door for me because he had the keys, y'all. I just assumed at the time that he had unlocked the door for me, and then that was just that or whatever, and he left. I'm not thinking anything else. But when I seen the phone, it was like a black flip phone. I didn't know who phone it was. I opened the phone and I just set the phone back down. It was like on a little side table in our living room, basically. So I'm the type of person, I don't care what's going on. I'm out the country. I'm on vacation. You're not about to ruin my vacation. So y'all know, I pour me some tequila. I go to the maintenance, the front desk, and I ask them, can they have maintenance come clean our pool? We had like a little plunge pool in our room, and it had like leaves and stuff over it. So I asked them if they can come pull the, clean the pool out. I turn my music on, and y'all, I'm vibing the hell out. I'm lotioning up. I'm getting ready to go relax in the pool, and I'm getting ready to do me. Like, I don't care what's going on. I'm on vacation. You're not about to ruin my vacation. That's like my sentiment at this time, y'all. So maybe like 5 minutes later, after me going from the front desk asking them if they can bring maintenance to clean the pool, two guys come to the room and I opened the door for them. Although the door wasn't locked, y'all. The door was like cracked or whatever. I opened the door or whatever, and they started cleaning my pool. And the way the room is set up, if I have photos or the videos that y'all seen at the beginning of this video, you can kind of tell that you can kind of see the entire villa by just being in the pool area. Like there's this big glass window, and then the living room and the bedroom is connected. There's a wall there, but there's not like a door to like separate the two. It has like an open floor plan. So if I'm in the pool, I can see the kitchen, the living room, the room. I can see everything clearly. If I'm in the room, I can see the pool and the door. I can see all of that clearly. So I'm on the bed at this point, y'all, and I look up, and it went from 2 men cleaning the pool to 3, and the third man was just like, he wasn't doing anything. He was just there. He was just like staring into the room or whatever. He wasn't staring at me. I would just look up occasionally, and he was just, they were talking in Spanish. I don't know what they were saying, but they were talking a lot or whatever. And I like thought to myself, like, damn, why y'all need 3 people to clean the pool? It's a small plunge pool, y'all. The pool wasn't 6 feet. It was like 3 feet. It wasn't a really big pool or whatever. And it had a few steps in it, and it wasn't that many leaves in the pool or anything. So I didn't know why they needed 3 people to clean the pool. So they're out there cleaning the pool. I'm on my phone and I'm listening to music, and I'm just laying in the bed. And like I said, the bed is here, and there's this big glass in front of me, so I could pretty much see the entire like pool area outside of my villa. Well, I guess like in front of my villa, y'all. So I look up a few times, and every time I look up, one of them is like looking at me. And when I say they're talking a lot. I don't know what they talking about. They laughing, they kiki, they having a whole conversation or whatever. After like maybe it took them a while. They were there for like 15-20 minutes. One of the guys come over to my door, and it's the third one. It's the one that I didn't see before. He comes over to my door, and he's like, hello, did you see a phone? I think I left my phone in here. And I'm like, a phone? Is it a flip phone? And he's like, yeah, a flip phone. And I go and I grab the phone, y'all. And I'm like, this phone? And he's like, thank you, gracias, gracias. And I'm like, you're welcome. And he leaves. And when I see that, y'all, I'm like, that's peculiar. Like, usually every day they would clean our room when we weren't there. But when I came back and the door was open, my room wasn't clean. Like, all my stuff, me and Romeo's stuff, was still everywhere. Like, no one had cleaned the room. And I noticed that there was like a window at the back of the bathroom that was open. Remember, I told y'all the door was open. At this time, I'm thinking that Romeo had opened the door so I wouldn't be locked out. In hindsight, y'all, Romeo had got a hotel. He had got a hotel right by the villa, and he was still with me. He wasn't staying there that night. Like, he was over me. That argument had pissed him the hell off. Like, he didn't want to be next to me. He got his own spot. But at the time, I didn't know any of this, y'all. I'm vibing or whatever. So the guy asks for the phone. I give him the phone, and I thought like that was weird as hell. Like, your phone wasn't in here before we left. Before we went to the beach club, no phone was in here. The windows was not open, and we definitely locked the door before we left because we had all of our possessions in there. So we definitely didn't leave the door unlocked. So his phone being in there, it was really odd to me, y'all. But at the same time, I was drinking, and I didn't put too much emphasis on it. I'm just like, that's peculiar. Give him the phone. He shuts the door, and I thanked them for cleaning the pool, and that was literally it. And like I said, I'm drinking my tequila. I go out to the pool, and I think I went skinny dipping, y'all. I got butt booty naked, got in my pool, was drinking my drink, and at this time I was vlogging. The video is no longer up, y'all, because it was an informative vlog, but me and Romeo was arguing the whole vibe. Like, the whole vibe was off. The whole vlog, we were arguing. I'm gonna put some clips in here because I got part of the argument of us arguing at the beach club. So I'm gonna put that clip in here. But it's like, now I completely understand it.
And instead of playing in the beach, they taking pictures. Like,
That might just be 10 minutes of their time. That don't mean that pictures take up their whole time.
solid 30 minutes in the phone. And I feel like
30 minutes out of 24 hours in a day.
Saying, okay, but all right, like,
And you don't know what they're doing.
You know that we don't use 24 hours.
We use 16.
Less. We use less than that.
We use 16 at least.
We don't.
Yes, hon. Most people. Yes,
You
hon.
don't use 16.
I use about 16.
You don't.
Yes, I do.
You work 8 hours, and then
you're mindlessly doing other bullshit, scrolling your phone. We're not using your time. If we use 16 hours,
I'm saying like
we'll
just
be a
me watching,
billionaire.
just me watching TV. That's me using my
Okay, let's
time.
say that, let's say
Me
that.
chilling right here. This is me using my time. I mean
Alright.
like me being
Let's say
unconscious,
that.
me sleep. That's only for 8 hours a
Alright,
day.
let's say that.
So I use 16 hours of my day.
Okay.
And if
Already-
I'm on my phone
Okay.
taking pictures for an hour of the
And
day,
what
who
I'm saying
cares?
is, back in the day before there was a smartphone,
Days have
100% of the
changed.
time, if people
This was the day, this was that same day that we got in an argument about the whole him not letting me know about the server and then me being on my phone. Like, we got in an argument at this point while we were sitting at the beach club. And I'm gonna put part of the argument in here and y'all can kind of hear what we were talking about. But I ended up just removing the vlog like months ago, y'all, just because the whole vibe was off of the vlog, and me and my man, we were just arguing the entire time. Like, it was nothing really to see. It was nothing that I should have even recorded. I don't even know why I was recording the argument, y'all. And keep in mind, I was trying to keep it cute because I was on camera, but you could just tell that I was not feeling his vibe. He was not feeling my vibe. He was very annoyed. So I'm gonna put that clip in here. But yeah, as y'all can see, we arguing about absolutely nothing. I'm literally on a beach bed at the beach in Tulum, and I'm arguing with this man, y'all. So anyway, I'm in the pool, y'all, and while I'm in the pool, I'm gonna put another clip in here. I'm vlogging, and I don't know what I was saying. I think I probably was saying something along the lines of like, I'm just grateful to, like, you know, be in Tulum, be on vacation. I don't. If you need a quick trip, I would definitely recommend this place. Honestly, this is becoming like the new South Beach because every time I scroll on Instagram, everybody is in Tulum. So that's honestly what made me want to go, because it just looked like a great place to be. But yeah, y'all, I'm really, really sad about this being my last day. Know what I was saying, y'all, but I'm gonna put a little clip in here if I can, because like I said, I was skinny dipping, but I was also recording during this time. So y'all seen the clip. I'm in the pool. I'm not alert. I'm chilling. Like, I don't feel uncomfortable. Like, I'm fine, y'all. I'm vibing by myself and I'm just having a good time. And Romeo is nowhere in sight. Like, I didn't call him. He didn't text me because I had my phone. Like, I wasn't even worried about him, y'all. Maybe after, like, I was gonna say an hour, but I had to be in the pool for a while because I remember, you know, when you in the pool and your hands and your toes start to wrinkle, look like you about 80 years old. That's what it was giving, y'all. My skin and my hands and my toes were starting to like wave up or whatever. So I was in there for a good while. And I remember I was sitting on like the stairs inside the pool, and somebody was trying to like open the door, like they were putting a key in the door and it wasn't opening. So I'm like, let me not say nothing because I'm thinking it's Romeo. You know how like when you mad at your man, you don't want to say anything to them. You don't want to have a reason to look at them, speak to them, because like I said, everything this man was doing, it was giving me the ick. So I didn't say anything, but I hear the door. I hear the door. So again, y'all, they take out that key, they put another key in the door. And I'm like, what? Who is it? Who is it? And then they don't say anything, y'all. They don't say anything. They're still like juggling the keys. And at this point, I knew it wasn't Romeo. I knew it wasn't Romeo, y'all, because I could hear. I'm starting to get a little emotional. I don't know why I'm getting emotional. Like, for what? But I'm starting to feel like how I felt in that moment, y'all. This is the point where I knew I was in danger and I knew it wasn't Romeo, because the person that was behind the door, they had like a bunch of keys. All of the keys were like juggly. I could tell they had a whole bunch of keys. So they took that key out the door. They put another key in the door and they were still trying to open the door. So at this point, I started to feel my heart drop, because I said, who is it? Hello, who is it? No one's saying anything, y'all. So I hop out the pool. Mind you, I don't have no clothes on. And I'm still just, I'm a little tipsy or whatever. But y'all, baby, that liquor run out of me real quick. I get real alert. Hop out of the pool. I get dressed quickly. I think I had just put on like, I think I put on like Romeo. I had his shoes on, y'all. I just remember feeling heavy, like my feet was heavy. I'm looking for my purse. I'm looking for all of my stuff. But at this point, y'all, I didn't even realize that I was so mad earlier. I had left my purse in the car with Romeo. I didn't even have my purse or anything on me, but I was like just scrimmaging, like just looking for my purse. And the room was literally a mess, y'all. I had my shoes on. I had an oversized shirt on, shoes on the left side, on the right side, right, y'all. It was crazy. So as I'm like looking through the stuff, y'all, I'm in like the living room looking for the stuff. I go to the room and the window is still open, and somebody just, they walked past the window really quick. And that's when I knew I had to, girl. Okay, didn't want to make this story time super sad, but that's when I knew like I was in danger, y'all, because I seen somebody like bolt cross the window. So that's when I just went to the door. I had my phone, and I don't know what got into me, y'all, but y'all would have thought I was related to Sha'Carri Richardson. Y'all would have thought I was Usain Bolt, because I unlocked that door. And I bucked, didn't ask no questions, didn't ask anything, y'all. I start running, y'all. I'm running. And as I'm running, like, it was crazy because when I was in my villa, the sun was starting to set, but by the time I actually got out the pool and made it out the room, it was damn near dark. Like, it was like the sun had already set. You could, like, you know how it's like right before the sun is about to set, like as the sun is setting, it's like you could see people outside. It's dark, but it's not super dark. That's how it was, y'all. When I left out, my heart dropped twice because it's darker than that. So I'm running, and as I'm running, I didn't actually, like, it was a person there in front of the door, that a man was there, but I didn't physically see him because I didn't like look to see him. Like, I just seen a body, but I didn't like see who the person was, because my whole thing was just, I had to get out of there, y'all. So I'm running, and I'm running at this point, and I'm running. And like I told y'all, in Tulum, it's very underdeveloped. There's a lot of, like, definitely around this time in 2020, I think this is when it started to become popular, and a lot of people were like vacationing there. But at this time, a lot of the roads were just dirt roads. So I'm running, and there's no street lights. There's no people around. There's like stray dogs around. There may have been like a couple construction workers outside, but I didn't know who I could run to, y'all. So I'm running, and I felt like I was running like a mile. It felt like I was running for miles, y'all. But all of a sudden, like, I bump into Romeo, y'all, and I just start screaming. I'm screaming. And my boyfriend's like, "Are you okay? What is wrong with you?" And he like hugs me, and then my purse drops because he said he was coming to me. He's like, "I came to you to bring you your purse." And I'm just crying, and I'm like, my body is like literally in shock, y'all. I'm shaking. I can't even say anything to him. So he grabs my purse, and he takes me back to a hotel that's literally, it was like a half a mile from where I was at. That's how long I was running. I don't even know how long I was running, but I had to be running for like 0.2, 0.3, because he did like half of the walk, and then I did like the other half of the walk, and the hotel was like a mile away from each other where he was staying at, where he had got another room at. So he takes me back to his hotel or whatever, and at this time, I can't really say what was going on, but I just felt like if I didn't leave at that moment, something very insidious was gonna happen. Like, I can just feel it in my spirit that something was gonna happen. So once we get back to his place and I feel safe, I'm obviously distraught, y'all. Like, I'm freaked the hell out. I tell him about the phone being in there, about the door unlocked. He said he didn't come to my room to unlock the door for me. He was mad. He was livid. He forgot all about like the door even being locked. My man calling me. Hey, baby. Baby, I'm recording. I'm gonna have to call you back later. Love you too. Okay, y'all. He said he didn't know anything about the door being unlocked. He wasn't thinking about me. He said he needed to cool down. He just thought like, oh, I needed money to eat and stuff. So he was coming to bring me my bag. That's why he came, because it had been hours later. He didn't know anything about that. And I know y'all probably are thinking like, oh, why you didn't try to call the police? Like I said, y'all, I couldn't confirm any of this. I don't know what was gonna happen. I just felt like something was gonna happen because like I was playing everything back in my head. The 3 men in the room to clean the pool, the man that was like staring at me, like I don't know, y'all. I got very wicked vibes about all of it. So I told him about it. And remind you, this was our last day. The next day we were checking out and we were literally going back to our hometown or whatever. So I stayed the night at that hotel and we were together for that night. Like I didn't have any energy or to even argue about anything. Like we talked everything out. I forgave him, he forgave me, and then the next morning we woke up mad early. We went to get our stuff and we drove back to Cancun because at the time Tulum didn't have an airport. You had to fly into Cancun. So y'all, we flew out and we went back home, and that was that for like I want to say a week. Like I was like not sure what was happening. I wasn't really sure if it was trafficking at that moment because I'm just like, I don't know. I felt very uncomfortable. I could have been being dramatic for running. Like this is how I'm thinking in hindsight. I'm like, I don't know. And Romeo kept teasing me like, oh my gosh, girl, you can't live without a ninja. Like you so scary. Like, saying that I was scary or whatever. Because at that time, y'all, that's what I thought it was. I really didn't confirm what it was. But I'm like, somebody's trying to open my door. Y'all are not announcing yourself. I'm the only one in here. I'm not dressed. Like, I'm not about to be here by the time y'all open that door. I'm gone. So this is what we're thinking. Like he was, saying jokes about it once he knew that I was like better about the situation. Like I wasn't still like distraught or sad or anything. I also could have been bugging. Like I said, a lot of the workers that they didn't speak English, but they could have at least announced like, hey, I'm this person. I don't know if they thought the room was big. I don't know. At this point, I did not know what I was thinking. I didn't know what was going on, but I just had a very bad feeling. So I'm back home now, y'all. Fast forward a month later, and let me just regroup myself for this because I'm just like, ooh, Jesus. Okay, y'all, a month later, I'm at home and I'm on my couch and I'm on Facebook. And while I'm on Facebook, hold on, let me get myself together because I don't wanna do that, okay? Hold on. I'm on my couch and I remember scrolling on Facebook and I come across this post on Facebook, and it's a very long-winded post of this girl explaining her experience that she had at a villa in Tulum, Mexico with her 3 friends. She said a group of women went on a trip. They were staying at the same exact villas. Ooh, let me get myself together. Why am I so sensitive? Ooh, it's gonna be a whole bunch of cuts in this video because we cannot do that. We cannot do that. Hold on. Y'all, I'm getting so sensitive about this. Although they said nothing happened to them, I don't want to spill anything yet. But who knows what could have happened to other people. So I just get really sensitive about this part of the story. But anyway, y'all, I'm on Facebook. This woman has this long drawn out story. This obviously was 4 years ago. I don't know if I'll be able to find the post. Some of y'all probably seen it because the post did go very viral and a lot of people was resharing it, and I reshared it, and it was very long, y'all. It was a post. I'm going to give y'all the short version of the post if you're not familiar with the story or you didn't see the story on Facebook at the time it happened. So a lady said that her and her 3 friends were in Mexico and they were staying at a villa. And it was like upstairs and downstairs. They had one with like 3 or 2 rooms or something like that. And she said that while they was there upstairs, there was like a guy that was like in the middle of the night. There was a guy that was in their room. He was like butt booty naked. And they were like, what the hell? And they said that the other friend was downstairs and she was screaming and she ran upstairs because there was like people blocking like the outside of their villa. And it was like, they didn't know who the guys were at the time, but they later found out it was guys that worked at this said villa. So they said they're all in the room and they're like literally screaming. They're trying to call the police over there in Mexico, and all they have is each other or whatever. And they're like screaming and they're crying and they're praying. And they say they all run downstairs at like the count of 3 or whatever. And they said they got in their car. They didn't even properly pack their stuff. They said they grabbed what they could grab, and they said they left. It was like 3 or 2 a.m. in the morning. I think, mind you, y'all, this happened years ago, so I can't recall all of the details of their story on this Facebook post, but I'm trying to recollect as much as I can. But basically, they said they got in their car and they grabbed all their stuff and they started heading to Cancun, the airport, like their vacation. I think they said they were like 2 or 3 days into their vacation, and they literally left, and they posted pictures of the villa, and the villa was the same exact villas that me and Romeo were at literally just the month before. And they said before they left, while they were on the way from Tulum to Cancun, because it's like an hour and 30-minute drive to the airport, the girls said that they went to go write the host to let them know like there was some strange men in their villa, and they want to cancel their reservation, like they're done with their trip because this is crazy and they don't feel safe there. They said when they went to Airbnb to reach out to the host, it said that the listing was already canceled. So the host canceled the listing like 20 minutes ago, and that's like 20 minutes when the situation happened. The host canceled the listing. So they thought that was like mad peculiar. Like, why the hell would you cancel my listing at like 2-3 a.m. in the morning? I didn't even get a chance to tell you about the situation. So that's how they knew it had to be somebody that worked at the hotel, because how the hell did he already know what was up or whatever? So the girls are saying, they put the messages and like the screenshots of all of this in the actual Facebook post. They put everything there basically showing like, hey, this is the person, like this person said this. They basically are telling the host everything that happened, and the host is just like, oh, how do you know it was, how do you know it was somebody that worked for us? And the host was just very combative, and he was taking the side of the people, and he was basically like in disbelief and saying he didn't believe the girls or whatever, and he had already canceled their listing or whatever. And he was just being very argumentative in the messages via Airbnb or whatever. So I wish I could remember more, y'all, because it was a very long, drawn out post. And of course, y'all know the place that they took pictures of the rooms and how the kitchen, everything was identical to mine. I only had a 1-bedroom. I didn't have a 3-bedroom, but the way the setup was, it was identical, y'all. So I messaged them because I do know in Tulum they use this popular architect that does all the designs of their hotels and stuff. So I wasn't positive that it was the same place. So I messaged the girl on Facebook, and I'm like, did you stay at blah blah blah? And she's like, yes, that's exactly where I stayed. So I'm literally reading all of this on Facebook, y'all, and I'm literally in my living room boo-hoo crying. Romeo was like, what is wrong with you? What's wrong with you? And I'm like, bro, this is the same exact hotel. This is the same exact place that we were staying. And he was just like, bro, no way. So y'all, I have him reading everything. He's looking at the pictures. He's looking at the host. The host is the same as our host. I go back on Airbnb to try to confirm this and all this stuff. That listing is no longer up and is no longer available. So yeah, y'all, it was so crazy and so scary. Like, I'm happy that the girls were safe. I'm happy that they had each other. I obviously was safe. Like, nothing crazy happened to me. I got out or whatever, but yeah, this was like, I don't know, y'all, it was crazy. Even when I think about it to this day, this happened 4 years ago, but me just kind of just thinking back about, I don't know, like being in that type of situation, because like I said, I can't confirm that it was that, but the fact that that happened to her at that same establishment, I don't think it was the coincidence. I think they had like some weird trafficking, weird stuff going on at that place. But yeah, that was just crazy. Let me know if y'all seen this story on Facebook. I wish I could give y'all more details. I will try to go back and look for the initial story and like link it down in the description box. But like I said, y'all, this did happen 4 years ago, and I don't have like the messages or whatever, because I told y'all I don't even remember the girl's name or her account or anything. I just remember messaging somebody saying like, hey, did you stay here? And she said yes. And when I went back on my Airbnb, like the Airbnb listing is not there. Like I can go and look at like, well, this is not, I didn't book it, y'all. My former boyfriend, he booked it or whatever. But at the time I could go and like look and see our messages and all of that would be there. But the actual listing, it no longer exists. It's not there anymore. But yeah, so I don't know. It was just really weird, and I don't know. It was just weird, y'all. And after the situation, because I know some of y'all may have questions like, oh, did you go back? Yes, y'all. I went back to Mexico, had great times. I've been to Mexico like 5 or 6 times, so this isn't in no way to, talk bad on the country of Mexico. I don't think anything is wrong with Mexico. I've been to Tulum. I've been to Tulum. I've been to Cancun. I've been to, what's the other place called? Mexico City. What's the other place? It starts with like a V or a P. I think it started with a V. I've been to like multiple places in Mexico and have had a good time after that. I'm actually going back to Mexico in January, not January, next year sometime. I'm going to Mexico. I'm going to Cabo. So I don't have anything against Mexico. I definitely would recommend going to Mexico. But when it comes to like staying at certain places, I'm very like picky when it comes to like the places that I stay, because after that situation, y'all, they had reviews, but it wasn't a lot of reviews at that time, because like I said, the reviews started to pick up because it was around the pandemic and a lot of people started to travel, and it was very cheap. I remember for those 4 to 5 days that we was there, we paid like maybe under, it was like $50-$60 a night. It was like mad cheap. So that probably had something to do with it. I don't know. I don't know, but y'all need to be safe, be careful, make sure y'all like vet y'all listings when y'all are staying at. It doesn't matter if you're staying at a hotel, villa, like no matter where you stay at. I feel like crazy situations have happened where people have went missing and things have happened. You just have to be careful and be alert of your surroundings, because I feel like if I would have been going off that tequila and I would have been, y'all, I don't know if I would have just been like, I was like chilling in the pool, but I wasn't loose. Like I was alert. As soon as the jiggling started happening with the keys, I'm like, hello. Like I was up and I was alert. But imagine if I would have gone took a nap. Like, girl, thank you, Lord. I just thank God, because it was just a crazy experience. But don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, if y'all have had a crazy experience surrounding anything similar to the experience I've had or those girls had, comment down below, because I feel like awareness is the best thing. Like I feel like the more you know, the better you can protect yourself. Even when I go on my solo trips, because I still do solo travel. When I go on my solo trips and I'm staying at a hotel, I make sure I get the door lock stuff. I get the little door lock. I get all the gadgets and all the hack stuff, because I want to make sure I'm on top of my game. So if somebody is coming for me, baby, I'm going to know. I'm going to know before it happens. I'm going to be alert. But yeah, y'all, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm sorry for all the different camera angles and the cuts. I was trying not to boo-boo gaga cry on this camera, because, it's a sensitive topic. But at the same time, y'all, I don't like crying on camera. I think it's ugly, and I'm not ugly, so I don't want to ever cry on camera for real. But yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in my next story time. Peace.